Use the pause button on your player if you need longer to read the following screens, and the play button to continue. Here is the writing task we will be looking at in this movie tutorial. But first, a reminder that you can find out more about our IELTS General Module Writing ebook from the link below. As with all Task 1 requirements, the letter should not be less than 150 words and not take more than 20 minutes to write. Here is the writing task. You are unhappy about the speed cars are allowed to travel in the street you live in. You want the City Council to reduce the speed of vehicles in your street. Write a letter to your council representative. Explain why you are writing. Say what problems the speed of vehicles causes in your street and suggest ways for the council to reduce the speed of vehicles in your street. Task Response Model.
Dear Councillor Smith, I am writing to formally complain about the speed that vehicles are allowed to travel in my street, Central Avenue. As you know, Central Avenue currently has a maximum speed limit of 60 kilometers per hour. However, I feel that this is too fast for a small suburban street such as ours, posing a constant danger to all our residents. During my 2 years living in this street, there have been countless instances of people jumping out of the way of speeding cars as they cross the road. Some old people I know are too afraid to cross the road without assistance. Only last week, a small child was hit by a car travelling down Central Avenue at the maximum speed. Luckily, the little girl only sustained minor injuries, but it could easily have been much worse. If the driver had been forced to travel even 10 kilometers slower, he would have had time to brake before hitting the girl. In the light of this, I am requesting that you draw the seriousness of the traffic situation in Central Avenue to the attention of other councillors and the Mayor at the next council meeting. I would also like to suggest that the speed limit in our street be lowered from 60 kilometers per hour to 40 kilometers per hour, and that this be reinforced with the introduction of some sort of speed barriers in the street, such as speed bumps. Yours sincerely, Philip Doncaster.
Understanding the response. Note that the writer uses Dear Councillor Smith. It is assumed that the author knows the name of the person he is writing to, so a name is given. Councillor is the title for an elected member of a council, although Mr., Mrs. or Ms. could also be used. The writer has addressed the first bullet point by providing a clear reason for writing in the opening sentence, before providing more details in the next part of the paragraph. The second paragraph covers the next bullet point by providing a number of examples of why speeding cars are a problem in the street. The final paragraph addresses the third bullet point by requesting that the councillor raise the issue at a meeting, and then by recommending what should be done to reduce speed in the street. The use of the term "in light of this" instead of "because of this" demonstrates a good use of idiomatic language. Suitable formal language is also used appropriately. The writer signs off with yours sincerely, as he is writing a formal letter to someone whose name he knows. That concludes your tutorial. If you want more help with your IELTS, go to www.myenglishexam.com.